Is Jason Momoa really leaving the Aquaman role just to become Lobo in this new DCU? Here's what I've heard. Make sure you smash that like button, engage with this video, comment below. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Yes, the word is getting out about Jason Momoa and the future with his friend, co-head of DC Studios, Peter Safran. But we have this post right here that's from this account at Two Faces FF on Twitter. But they posted this not too long ago. Had a picture, had a GIF of Jason Momoa. It had a red circle and a blue circle. I literally have no idea what what that symbolism means. So thankfully, this account did clarify through other messages and posts that they were hearing that Jason Momoa, sound like he's going to be that Lobo for the new DCU. Now, how we get to this point, this is interesting because, as I mentioned, Jason Momoa was so excited when Peter Safran was named co-head of DC Studios with James Gunn as well. Late October, the news broke out. Momoa posted a video exclaiming, praising a maestro, saying they're a genius and his dreams are going to come true with DC. Led many people to speculate, are we talking about the Justice League getting back together? Like, what's your dream, bro? And well, then a rumor immediately came out, and really it was like fan casting. People was like, well, if Momoa's favorite character in comics is Lobo, and Momoa literally looks like Lobo, a lot of people lamented that Momoa was Aquaman, though I think he played that role excellent, especially in Zack Snyder's Justice League, but also in the solo film as well too. And I'm hearing good things about the second film, Aquaman 2. We'll see when that comes out. But a lot of people were just like, oh yeah, he got to be Lobo. It's got to be some kind of multiverse story or something like that. And people treated that as like, hey, everyone guessed this, right? It's kind of what it has to be. But then you really didn't hear any insiders really saying, are people hearing that he's really going to be, Lobo? Are they really doing this? A reboot of just the Justice League cast, and whoever are friends with Peter Safran or James Gunn is just going to be whisked away and play another role in the DC multiverse. Now, this concept overall actually doesn't sound that bad if you think about it. Of course, take out of the equation that we didn't get the proper ending to the Justice League story, to Snyderverse characters. If we take that out of the equation, to do a reboot but then preserve some of the favorite legacy actors and put them in new roles is actually not a bad idea at all. That's why I think Zachary Levi, who goes snowboarding with Safran all the time and the family, I'm pretty sure, though I'm hearing that Shazam, his iteration of Shazam is over, but because he's friends with Safran and DC Studios, Zachary Levi may play a different role, in the new DCU. So Momoa, the same thing. So again, a lot of people just kind of guess this, right? So that can't be a scoop when everyone guesses it. Well, again, seeing that this insider, Two Faces here, was starting to hear it, I find that interesting. Also looking at further posts from them, it said not only are they hearing Momoa will likely be Lobo in the DCU, but also they may tee up an appearance of Lobo, played by Momoa, in the new Superman film that James Gunn is writing. According to this source as well, this outlet here, they're saying they're expecting James Gunn to direct that Superman film as well too. So you got the new Superman film recast, obviously, and then you have Momoa setting up a meeting of Momoa, which is a good, different spectrum characters. Like thematically, this really could work with Momoa as that anti-hero, Superman as the ultimate hero, right? So I get it. It was played out in the Man of Tomorrow animated film. Now, though I didn't like the depiction of Martian Manhunter in that Man of Tomorrow animated film, it was a nice story of like Superman year one. Now, if we're taking James Gunn's word for it, his Superman will just be a younger Superman, but not year one Superman. This Superman will be already, I guess, established at the Daily Planet, really active as Clark with the secret identity, and he'll already know major characters in the DCU. So we'll take Gunn's word for that. We'll see. But this outlet is also saying they're expecting to see Momoa, like I said, in this film. And hey, I think that could juice up this new Superman film. Have Momoa as Lobo. Show that, that different spectrum type of situation. And then also I was hearing, from a separate source, Mr. Mxyzptlk may show up in Gunn's Superman film as well too. More on that in a moment. So what did I hear about this Jason Momoa Lobo situation? Yes, from other sources, I am starting to hear this as well too. That yes, it's not just a fan casting thing, that Momoa will likely be Lobo in a new DCU. That's interesting. I find that very interesting. So what else are we hearing with this? So Momoa, and also these other sources are also saying they're agreeing that they're hearing Momoa likely will be in the Superman film. So again, multiple sources hearing this. That's pretty cool. We'll see if we narrow that down to a solid exclusive of Lobo in Superman, James Gunn Superman. But I did hear more details about this eventual Superman film. So not only is the Lobo appearance probably likely, the tone of the Superman film, I mentioned one of the sources mentioned Mr. Mxyzptlk may likely be, he's at least in a version of James Gunn's script, I believe, for this Superman film. Now that got people worrying, because this isn't the first time I mentioned this character potentially in this film. That automatically worried people because they worried about the tone of the Superman film. So another thing I am hearing is maybe those who are worried about the tone, maybe they were onto something, because I am hearing it will be kind of a comedic type of tone to the Superman film, James Gunn Superman, which does fit an appearance of Mr. Mxyzptlk, which also fits Jason Momoa. He can do some comedic timing moments. That tone will be in this film. Now, again, you could treat all this as rumor. You can wait to something more concrete. I'm not at the exclusive level with that yet to stamp it home as an exclusive, but that's what it's sounding like. That Momoa is going to be Lobo, DCU. It appears they want Momoa's Lobo in James Gunn's Superman film, which James Gunn likely, he's already writing. He likely will direct it. Mr. Mxyzptlk possibly showing up in the film, and the film likely will have comedic tones. I have a feeling certain people would not care for that tone, or how much will that really be displayed in this film. We will see. Hopefully I'll get more information about just what to expect from this film. This sounds like a James Gunn film if it has these ingredients. But again, I do caution people, treat it as rumor, but this is just what I'm hearing from some trusted people. So we'll see. What are your thoughts? I'm afraid to ask for certain people. What are your thoughts about, if this whole mix of things happen? As far as with Momoa as Lobo, I get it, and I actually am looking forward to it. And it is all about execution too. You can't just say comedic and it's like, oh, you can't have no jokes. And, even certain parts of the Snyderverse had, some, not comedic tones, but just like funny moments. And then you kind of get back into the action. Now, of course, the worst example of using jokes in the middle of action is Avengers Age of Ultron, right? Like, it was a joke every 2 minutes, it felt like. And then someone got just shot up. It's like, that's kind of a weird tone. So hopefully James Gunn Superman is not like that. It is about the execution. But let me know what you're thinking with this. This is interesting times with this new DCU. And the Superman film, James Gunn has to really nail this film. So we'll see what they got. Waiting for more information. That's what I heard. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Click the link below for my podcast channel, which features full discussions over DCU and other superhero geek genres, film and entertainment. Also, check out the link to my link tree, which highlights and captures content from all of my social media platforms. Much love.